What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action. Spawning in the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Ra. He is the daddy of Age of Mythology because he does have 2 kids. He is the most sexy man competition winner. This is awkward. He won Age of Mythology's most sexy player in 2004. That is true. I didn't make it up. 100%. His name is ChronoJJ. Yes, DaddyJJ himself. His opponent today. Dun 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 dun. King Kimo. King Kimo's playing as Oranos here. We haven't seen this matchup. I don't know if ChronoJJ has ever, in his days, played Kimo. I could be wrong. I don't recall Kimo ever playing ChronoJJ. So this is possibly their first meeting ever, which is a big deal because this is a tournament game. Things are on the line here. This game here is a part of the Meta Plays tournament. This is a longer form tournament than what Meta Plays has been doing, in that there's a double elimination brackets, lots going on behind the scenes. Very, very exciting for these players to be a part of this kind of stuff. And we're going to watch a couple of games from this series because I think ChronoJJ's got some surprises in store. And we'll see how he's going to go. It is Ra here against Oranos. Kimo does believe in his Oranos against Egyptian. He believes that Oranos has the big advantage against Ra. And he's going to attempt to show that here in this game. So we'll see how that's going to go. ChronoJJ, on the other hand, he's been playing Ra since he was born. He was one of the first players to execute the 2-town center, Raptor, fast heroic. He was one of the first top 1 players on the ESO leaderboards. ESO is Ensemble Studios Online, the official platform. If you've been following Age of Empires 4 at all, you'd see the fight for top 1 amongst players like, I don't know, Viper, Mister, Beastie. These names ring a bell because they are very, very strong. And guess what? ChronoJJ was one of them. So he's no pushover. He might be a lowly 1700 1v1 player nowadays, but he has the ability to play like a 2K if he so chooses. He's just here for a good time most of the time. So we'll see how it's going to go. We do have the map Blue Lagoon, which does pose a lot of questions for ChronoJJ, in that how is he going to get food? Farms? How is he going to get a second talent center? It's all very, very difficult here for the Ra player against the Oranos. We don't see too many monuments up just yet for ChronoJJ. He's going to be attempting to advance here. He should have cancelled that villager and advanced in that point, but not going to be doing that. And we possibly will be seeing a second monument getting thrown down. What's he spent? A resource or so? No, he got a priest. And he's getting himself a priest, and he will be advancing, and he is going through. And you know that ChronoJJ is going full sweat when he goes tar with his Ra, because he's so used to this build. He's been doing this, like I've said, since his inception. So we'll see how he's going to do here against Kimo. Kimo's going through Prometheus, no surprises here. He's gotten 4 villagers on food right now, so I'm interested to see what he's going to do with that. Kimo might have some sort of wild surprise in store for ChronoJJ here. He could potentially bring his oracles in to this location and then Valor, get a hero citizen, and then push forward and take down these villagers. So we'll see if that's going to be the case there. But this villager is simply going to retreat back onto the gold mine. Very low HP, very weak, very weary. And we'll see what he's going to do. If he's going to throw down a military building anywhere, there he goes. Military barracks, counter barracks, no surprises there. I mean, kind of surprises here, to be honest. I do think that there's been a lot of like meta development with Oranos of late. But I think that the Oranos meta against Egyptian players from way back when is actually still the right way to start. Going straight in for 2 Terma, 2 counter barracks, and making pure Terma for just a little bit here with Oranos, I think that's still the way to go against Egyptian for the most part, at least against Ra. Because you get so much pressure onto your opponent so easily. You get your talent senses down so easily. And it's just such a brain dead strategy. And we're going to be seeing Kimo getting himself those military barracks up, getting those Mermillo out, and possibly going to be having issues with villager production as well. But it is looking like he's just going to build 4 units and then throw down himself some talent centers and just get himself going here in this game, which is actually very, very standard, very, very normal. I don't hate that at all, but I do think that these Mermillo, unlike in other matchups where you need the Mermillo, I feel like the Mermillo here are not going to give him too much advantage, leaving that armor of Achilles there for a rainy day, I guess. We do see Kimo getting that wood income. He's going to be able to get this forward town center very, very soon. And we will be seeing Kimo attempt to spot what ChronoJJ is doing over here. So he's throwing down an armory on this position. Villagers over here onto the wood. He doesn't have any wood. He does have he does have Shadoof. He has plow. Ooh, this is a spicy decision from ChronoJJ. He's taken all of his villagers off the wood here. So normally what we see from Ra players is you leave a couple of villagers on wood so that you can get shaft mine while you're going to the heroic age. And we know how good shaft mine is. So we'll see how this is going to go. Now, Kimo's getting himself 1 talent center, still not starting production. He's going to send a villager over to get 3 talent centers. This is perfect. I love this play from Kimo. This is exactly what Oranos players should do against 2 talent center Ra. It's just correct. It is just correct. This is the standard way to play the game. If you're doing something different, you better have good reason to do it. You shouldn't venture off for any other, for a random reason. You just have to, you can venture off away from the meta if you have good reason to do so, but you better have said reason. So we'll see what Kimo's going to do. He should start producing units again, throwing down a hill, a mana somewhere. I'm not sure what he's doing. Not sure what he's spending resources on anymore, but he does need to start getting those units up because guess what? ChronoJJ is not going to stop here. He's going to be able to get this gold mine. He's going to be able to get it. You're going to have a very difficult time because you didn't go full Terma, producing those Terma in order to prevent that gold mine from getting taken here. And I think Kimo doesn't know there's a gold mine here. He doesn't know there's a gold mine here. That's really, really bad for Kimo. He had spotted this one. We do see that unfortunately the Oracle has been taken out as the Wadjet has done so. And I think the Lion even had an assisting hand there as well. The army of Kimo is going to start pumping out here. We see a stray mana coming up onto this position over here, eating the elephant, doing all the good stuff. And there is the town center for Kimo up. He's going to start building those civilian units at some point. There he goes. And the wall's getting thrown down for ChronoJJ over here. And ChronoJJ is going through segment. But he's only one monument. So I question what the point here is. Is the point that you value Citadel over Locust? I guess that's the point. But then you don't get well, obviously ChronoJJ doesn't build mercenaries, so Medjai doesn't matter. But you even just having Sun-Dried Mudbrick is really, really good. You do see a secondary monument getting thrown down now. Okay, he's still just pumping units out. There's the Sekhmet, and this does make a lot of players' butthole pucker just a little bit seeing Sekhmet. And guess what? ChronoJJ also has Shifting Sands. So there's so many cheeky strategies you can do here with Sekhmet and Shifting Sands. But we'll see if it's going to happen or not. We do see that the army is pushing in here, and Kimo is just, because he's got no idea that there is a gold mine here, he's just allowed the Migdol Stronghold to get up here. He's just allowed it, and obviously he had to worry about 2 positions, but this one's further away, and I didn't know that this was here. So Migdol's up, ChronoJJ in a fantastic position. And Kimo, he's just struggling to produce villagers here, to be honest. Stop building these. We'll see how this is going to go. ChronoJJ is just going to take his time here. He's just going to take his time. So villages out. We see a market getting thrown down here for ChronoJJ. The army of Kimo going to swing around, looking for some sort of a fight. Scarab just hanging back here. Still no usage of the Citadel. You obviously want to use it maybe on this town center, the one that's more forward, so that it can defend a little bit easier. But then again, making it safe and in your home town center or the back town center is okay as well. And we are seeing JJ. He wants to get himself his market. He wants to get himself to the Mythic Age. The Mythic Age is simply put the answer to the Oranos Classical Age. So we'll see how it's going to go here. As Kimo spamming those units out. Do see some stray cavalry looking for raids here, but I mean, you're never really going to find all too much against a player of Kimo's caliber. I highly doubt that the cavalry are going to get anything, but what you can get is definitely distraction. Distracting your opponent is huge here. You can always come in and start shanking the mana and being in a good position that way, because it's going to distract Kimo from any other stuff anywhere else. Do see over here, Promethean Offspring is getting dealt with as well, as more farms getting thrown down. There's ChronoJJ having to deal with this Oranos coming very, very shortly, but he's defended nicely here. He's just made his base super solid, super defensive. These Murmillo been absolutely useless thus far. And Kimo is looking to try and get to the next age. There is a very, very clear strategy which Kimo is going to be attempting to execute here, which is essentially race to the Mythic Age. Off of these 3 town centers, he's overdone it on military, which means that he's not going to get all of his villages, which is very important for him to not have 99% on your villages. You do not need to go 145 pop army here with Oranos, with the strategy. But the idea here is Kimo's going to go Mythic Age, he's going to Tartarian Gate somewhere, he's going to push somewhere else, and maybe behind that go through the Titan Age. It's very, very Army Corps-esque. And we'll see if it's going to work. We see the Promethean pushing the Scarab back here, as ChronoJJ must be thinking about Mythic Age very, very shortly here. He's got everything he needs to get there. And there is very, very little way for Kimo to really push in here. And ChronoJJ's up on this location here. He's dealing with these units nicely. They are heroized units, as the Catapulti does a lot of damage here, but will end up falling to the Chariot Archer if the Chariot Archer stops drinking so much. He's going to be able to hit that eventually. And what god do we see Kimo going? He's going through Hyperion. Bit surprised to see Hyperion here. I mean, I think that it's much better to go for the Dryads when you're up against someone with extra population on the segment. But I can understand that he's possibly wanting to get all that pressure with a chaos, with a push, with Tartarian Gate. You can see Kimo's economy is going out of control here. Where's the market? I don't see a market anywhere. There's the Citadel getting thrown down onto this town center over here. It's actually really, really funny to look at the town centers. Look at the difference in HP. You get just a handful more HP, 800 more HP, and 3 more damage, and a little bit more hack armor. It's not the most crazy god power you could ever think of. I would love to see a buff to how much stronger this Citadel Center actually becomes to make it very scary to try and fight underneath that one, because it's so easy to just siege it down, right? So making it a scary thing to be under would be kind of cool. Make it have like 20 of this. Actually, I think it shoots more damage, shoots more arrows as well. I could be wrong. Anyways, onwards and upwards. There's the Osiris coming through, and it's probably going to be coming through at roughly the same time as Kimo's Mythic Age. So Kimo's a little bit late here, seemingly. Yeah, you should probably be in the Mythic Age with Oranos by 14 minutes here. It's very, very important to hit these timings, but not happening in this game. We don't see the palace down yet either for Kimo. He needs to throw that palace down. He's got to be careful, though. He wants to throw it down here. He's got the forward citizen in, but he's got to be careful because if ChronoJJ spots this, it's going to be a difficult position to be in, and he is spotting it there as he sees the palace coming up, the army moving forward, ready to take that down. Meanwhile, over here, we see the raids coming in onto this location. They're just going to, these units can just jump into the manor if they so choose. But Kimo not overreacting to this just yet. Completely fine. We see some units running in here, and a dead hero citizen is very, very good. 1 HP, does end up falling. Thought it was going to live there. Thought it was going to live there. ChronoJJ even managed to get his third town center up here, which is normally you don't see the third town center being allowed here, but these raids here from ChronoJJ have allowed him to sneak stuff that he otherwise wouldn't be able to get. The citizen's still trying to get this up. We see some axemen coming in onto this fight here. Osiris has popped now for Chrono as he does immediately cast himself his Son of Osiris. Son of Osiris is very, very scary here for Kimo. I'm not sure if he's got any real answer to it. We do see the Chariot Archer is going to be focusing down this citizen, trying to keep this palace from going up, but the palace does end up getting up here. 1969. What's the year? The palace got up. No. That's how much HP it has left. Now JJ just pulling back here, going to hold on. He's in a fantastic position. He's got 3 town centers. He's got a couple of idle villages that he needs to sort out. But in all like of all theory right now, ChronoJJ is playing this very, very well. Theoretically or strategically is probably the right word. We do see another good raid here by Kimo onto this gold mine as the gold mine over here does expire. But I mean, at this point, Chrono can just walk over there and be fine. Oh, Secrets of the Titans. ChronoJJ rushing Secrets of the Titans here. Tartarian Gate will get dropped, but there is already a Scarab here in ChronoJJ's base. This is actually crazy smart. ChronoJJ saves the Scarab, and that's just going to be sitting here for the entirety of the game to deal with the Tartarian Gate. I absolutely love it from ChronoJJ. I'm going to steal this. This is great. I love it. Beautiful play from Chrono. There's the Titan Gate getting thrown down here for ChronoJJ. He's leaving all of his army in his base. Where is this? Can't push in. How does he push in? He's going after this town center. ChronoJJ is 100% going to lose this town center. He doesn't build mercenaries, so Kimo can just sit here and just be like, lol, you're not building mercenary. But there is a fortified town center coming up. We are seeing this Scarab making his way over here as the army trying to push through here. Kimo's beginning to research his own Secrets of the Titans as the villagers do manage to get in onto this position. He's going to take down 1 fire side, potentially 2 fire side. And Scarab needs to, just leave the Scarab at home, man. He's going to be moving the Scarab in to try and take down the palace here as we do see some fighting happening over here. The Tartarian Gate coming in onto this position to take down the Migdol stronghold as we see a siege works coming up here, and Chrono's just simply going to get out some catapults here to take down this Tartarian Gate. We still see some raids here onto Kimo's market as Kimo's already started up a pretty juicy trade route here. Kimo is 50% on the way to the Mythic Age, to the Titan Age here. We just see the Son of Osiris coming back in. Does Chrono have any catapult coming in? He does have the catapult coming in, and we do see that the Citadel only shoots 3 arrows, so it's 1 more arrow. Beautiful. Now, the Son of Osiris is essentially just trading himself for the Tartarian Gate until Chrono gets himself out of catapult. And look at this. So much population not being spent here. He's trying to hold on to this town center. Kimo says, okay, you're going to have to lose this one eventually. We do see beautiful raids here from Chrono. This is exactly how Chrono wants to play. He's playing this in his own style absolutely beautifully. We do see a cheeky chaos over here to convert that mummy there. But now that the catapults are here, we do see the Chariot Archers making their way into the main base of Kimo. And we've already got 2 catapult out. We've got Shifting Sands remaining. The Titan Gate's at 200 HP. The Shifting Sands comes in, and the Titan Gate of Kimo immediately gets destroyed here. The classic ChronoJJ maneuver. ChronoJJ has been a part of this game long enough to know how to take a Titan Gate down. What a play by ChronoJJ. ChronoJJ. We see the Titan is out now. He's going to be able to move forward. There is very, very little hope for Kimo to deal with a Titan here, given the situation that he's in. We do see Kimo attempting to get this town center for himself. The catapult over here are going to be able to take down a town center of Kimo's as well. While this is all going in, so much advantage here from ChronoJJ with this shifting sands. Meanwhile, the Titan going to start moving forward, wants to move over here and deal with these fire siphon, as he's currently sitting 140, 130 population there remaining, as the fire siphon will be retreating away here. And now the Titan moves in. Will he be able to bash down some of these units? He's going after them. He gets a big thwack there onto some of those Arcus. Chrono, you kind of just need to ignore the army for the time being here. Kill off the buildings, kill off the town centers, and just get going. But we will be seeing Kimo's town center falling here as Kimo's moving forward, trying to take out the Son of Osiris. He's getting a lot of damage done. Only 130 HP remaining here. 110 HP, 98 HP. Going to be retreating back into the fortified town center. Kimo does end up losing this town center, and then we might be seeing ChronoJJ attempt to move in onto the home base of Kimo, but there is a Lampeter here and there is a Satyr here, so that's going to be tough for him to really push forward here. Even though it looks like one of the myth units will end up falling. We see a mana falling as well. Meanwhile, villagers coming in onto this position by ChronoJJ, ready to start taking down these fire siphon as well. The Titan is just trying to defend here. I haven't really seen a Titan be successful being used like this, as ChronoJJ is going to try to get over here. We will be seeing this gate getting attempted to repair here, as it's very barely staying alive, as the Titan comes in and the army of Kimo is simply just going to be retreating away from here, as Chrono is going to try and chase this one down, but this is going to allow the Migdol up, and that's going to be huge here. We see the town center has been denied for the time being here, and we will be seeing these villagers attempting to get this town center back, but these 5 chariot archers causing so many issues for Kimo in this game. And the catapult, though, is going to get taken down by Kimo's stray citizen. Nice play here from ChronoJJ, but he does micro that one nicely. The citizen is a speedy girl. She's going to be able to take this down. And the Titan is still trying to chase down this army of Kimo, but Kimo is nicely just juking around as best as he can. Meanwhile, the villager crisis, the idle villager crisis of ChronoJJ is getting to a 22 villager high here. And the catapult now able to start taking down the hometown center of Kimo. This palace getting dealt with. The villager here getting picked off. We do see this Son of Osiris now under attack by the Murmillo, and the Son of Osiris is going to be falling. Bit of a misplay from ChronoJJ, but it's totally fine, as the army of Kimo now going to be swinging in, trying to take down this gate here and try and attack the gold mine yet again. But with the help of the Migdol stronghold, it's going to be a little bit harder to push in here, and we do see a bunch of units getting queued up by Chrono to hold on to this position. The Satyr gets so much damage done with that special ability. Meanwhile, over here, the army of ChronoJJ is getting dealt with. Is this town center going to fall? It's still very, very low. The Titan over here has finally kind of dealt with the army, dealt with everything else going on. Chrono can now think about trying to take this town center back for himself. He does have the markets up over here, though. Lots of idle villagers everywhere, as ChronoJJ needs to get something done here. It looks like the Titan has managed to pick off a whole bunch of units, though. Living the dream. Let's go, Chrono's Titan. He's going to be able to take down these military barracks nicely here as well. And there goes the barracks of Chrono, but he is managing to hold this position nicely thus far, especially with the help of the Migdol. And he's also getting himself Desert Wind behind this, as the Titan now just going to walk in here, start taking town centers down, keeping Kimo onto 2 town centers would be ideal, if not 1 town center here, and also taking down these farms as well. Very, very good. We'll see how he's going to do, as I mean, there is always the problem here. ChronoJJ's economy is trash. He does have decent upgrades, but he just doesn't have that much economy here to really get that army out that he needs, because he needs to get like 30 more population out. You can't win with just a Titan. Kimo is too good for that. He is doing nicely. You do see a Pharaoh getting popped out. Is he AFK? What is he doing? Is this low Elo Legends? See the Titan returning back over here. Not going to allow this town center to come back up. Ah, now they're going. Beautiful. Let's go. And that's like so much food investment as well. Just one market auto-queuing trade caravans is a really, really big investment. Seeing some hero Arcus getting built here. Oh, did you know you can dodge the Titan attack by heroizing in the right frame? Wild. The Migdol stronghold going to be shooting at these units nicely. We see a villager falling over here as the cavalry going to go after this citizen. I'm still question marking ChronoJJ's Titan usage here. It's pretty well known that the best way to use your Titan is to just walk around and kill town centers. If you can keep 2 town centers down, then that gives you a 20 population advantage elsewhere. And now we do have those Desert Wind cavalry coming out, but he's only still got 1 Migdol stronghold out, so not going to be that much of a use. We are seeing the Titan going to be coming back over onto this town center, but a little bit too late here. So it does manage to get up. And Kimo's still like 143 or 160 pop. Not much food in the bank, and this is a big difficulty for Kimo. He should probably be buying himself food here. But what can happen is if these farms get taken down, it can be a very difficult position for the Atlantean player to continue here. You see the Titan taking down that town center. This town center attempting to come back up yet again. See some villagers moving over here to take down the palace. It's trying to prevent the trade route from existing here. This Chrono is still 150 of 150 pop. Yep, 150 of 150 population in. He does have his units out now. He's going to start raiding Kimo again. Back to the raiding party. And while Kimo is getting the side builds in, Chrono is getting the side builds in as well. But Kimo is noticing this and he's bringing his units over here to prevent this from happening. Meanwhile, we see this citizen getting taken down. Heavy cavalry has come through now for Chrono as his economy is starting to glisten. Exactly, glisten. But Chrono's out of gold now. He does have this gold mine here that he can come to. But he is out of gold. And he has 600 in the bank, so quite a bit. So the Titan coming over here. How? He didn't kill the town center? He just left it here? Hello? Nice micro from Kimo to try and keep his army alive. We're just seeing a dead citizen there. It's kind of funny. And the walls continuing to come up onto this position, but 2 champion Arcus are here to say no. Stay away. Oh, Kimo's citizen getting taken down. Hello? I do see a cheeky Migdol stronghold coming up on this position. See siege works over here. That's the cavalry going to try and break through this wall and attack these villages yet again. And now Chrono can probably start thinking about taking this town center. He's still building villages. We'll see how this is all going to go. Kimo still retreating away from the Titan. He's like not done much damage to the Titan, but he has really allowed his economy to just continue to do its thing. And like he's really playing this incredibly well. But Chrono's got the advantage still. Siege works coming up. Gate getting torn down. Titan chasing these units in. Kimo just running back and forth, trying to keep his town centers alive. Getting up to full population and just trying to slowly dwindle the Titan down. Getting good damage done everywhere. We see the villagers shanking down this town or this palace here. He does have Skin of the Rhino as well. So 8.8 damage here onto this palace as opposed to just the 8 damage. Just a little bit more. And we will be able to finish that one off and allow his trade route to function yet again. Meanwhile, we see on this position Chrono moving in, throwing down the Migdol stronghold. And Kimo in that moment does decide the game is lost. And ChronoJJ does manage to take a game off King Kimo here in this tournament. GG, well played, my friend. It's really... this really did all come down to that shifting stance play. That was such a beautiful play there from ChronoJJ. Absolute delight to see that yet again. He is such a smart player. Comes up with some very, very unique strategy. I love the segment. Absolutely love the segment. I would have liked him to commit to keeping the Scarab at home to deal with that Tartarian gate. I think that would have been incredibly good. I am 100% stealing that as Ra against Oranos. Just leave the Scarab at home, kill off the Tartarian gate with the Scarab, and you can be completely fine. I think that would be really, really good. Anyways, what a game here from Chrono. Well, GG, well played. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.